Hello students. Today we are going to discuss about lattice vibrations and phonons. In crystallography we had studied that each lattice site is occupied by one or group of atoms called bases to form a crystal structure. So let us draw a one-dimensional lattice. Points like this. Okay. So let this be a one-dimensional lattice, and if we say that the basis is one atom, then the one-dimensional crystal structure would be as follows. So it's one atom placed at each lattice site. Will give me the crystal structure, a one-dimensional crystal structure. Now in crystallography we assume that all these atoms are at rest at all these lattice sites. But these atoms and molecules are in state of thermal vibrations about a lattice point in actual. They are not at rest, rather they are oscillating about their mean position, which is nothing but the lattice point. Vibrations along the chain generates waves. So, for example, the atoms vibrating along these directions along the chain will produce longitudinal waves, and atoms vibrating perpendicular to the direction of change will generate transverse waves. So, vibrations along the chain generates longitudinal waves, whereas vibrations perpendicular to the chain produces transverse waves. For the sake of simplicity, we assume these vibrations are in the form of simple harmonic motion, because we know these atoms are bonded together by bonds. Assuming these bonds to be elastic springs, we can make a fair assumption that each vibrating oscillator or the motion of a oscillating atom can be regarded as a simple harmonic oscillator vibrating with small amplitudes about their mean position, which in this case is the lattice site. So this simple harmonic motion leads to the generation and propagation of long range elastic and acoustic waves. While explaining the black body radiation problem using quantum mechanics, we believe that a black body at a certain temperature T contains many standing waves, electromagnetic standing waves of frequencies given by the relation. So we know the relation for wavelength associated with a standing wave is this, where lambda is the wavelength of the standing wave and L stands the length of the string or the length of the two ends of the string. N stands the order. So writing lambda for an electromagnetic wave to be c by nu, where nu is the frequency, c is the velocity of light, I can write it as 2n c by nu as 2l by n. Finally, I can write nu as n times c by 2l, where L here is the dimension, represents the dimension or the length along two parallel sides of a black body. So this particular formula gives the frequency of the standing waves formed within a black body. Now, in order to explain this black body radiation problem, Planck violated the classical approach of equipartition of energy, which says that irrespective of frequency, all standing waves of all possible frequencies will have an average energy equal to kT, half kT for each degree of freedom, and a standing wave or a simple harmonic oscillator has 2 degrees of freedom. So, half kT plus half kT will be kT. So, the average energy associated with each standing wave, irrespective of the frequency of its frequency, it will have an average energy kT. But Planck violated this classical approach of equipartition of energy and assumed that each standing wave can take up discrete energy values like 0, delta epsilon, 2 delta epsilon, 3 delta epsilon, and so on, where delta epsilon is equal to h nu, where nu is the frequency of the standing wave and h is the Planck's constant. Planck's hypothesis was that any physical entity whose coordinates is a sinusoidal function of time, which simply means that it executes simple harmonic motion, can possess only total energies epsilon which satisfy the relation epsilon is n times h nu. This is a very important relation. Where epsilon is the total energy associated with n number of standing waves of frequency nu. In simple words, we can say that a black body at a certain temperature T consists of simple harmonic oscillators having average energy h nu. It is this bundle of energy which is later termed as photons by Gilbert Lewis in 1926. In the same analogy, based on our description that a crystalline solid at a certain temperature T is made up of atoms undergoing simple harmonic motion about their lattice sites, the waves led by these vibrations can take up discrete energies, and this bundle of energy in context to solid is termed as phonons. Solids can be regarded as a system containing large number of phonons with wide range of frequencies. So, if we really define a phonon, we could define it as a phonon is a unit of energy, associated with the vibrational motion of an oscillating atom about its mean position. Which is nothing but the lattice site. So, what is a phonon? Phonon is a unit of energy associated with the vibrational motion of an oscillating atom about its mean position. Phonons are nothing but quantized excitations of, in quantum mechanical terms, they are nothing but quantized excitations of the elastic and acoustic waves whose average energy is given by the same relation as is given to or for the photons. So we can write the average energy of a phonon as h nu p, where nu p is the frequency of the elastic or acoustic wave, the frequency of the elastic or acoustic wave. Acoustic waves. Just like photons, phonon do have momentum associated with it, and it is given by P, that is h cut q, or also represented as h cut capital K, where in case of photon it is represented by small k represents the wave vector of the electromagnetic wave. Here q or capital K represents the wave vector associated with the elastic or acoustic waves. All elastic, acoustic and temperature related phenomena within a solid, like speed of sound through a solid, specific heats of solid, thermal conductivity, thermal expansion, temperature coefficient of resistance, and many more, are dominated by phonons and their associated scattering phenomena. Well, the understanding of phonon is restricted to solids because in solids only we can find long range ordering, and hence we can visualize long range elastic and acoustic waves due to the associated with the vibrations within the atoms at each lattice sites.